And in the end, it comes down to what Donald Trump doesn't get. America is great because America is good.
Once again, history made in Philadelphia last night as Hillary Clinton accepted the Democratic nomination for president and then took a few jabs at her general election opponent, Donald Trump.
We're set to get a first look today at the new school in Newtown, nearly 4 years after the tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary School.
And people in Granby are still waiting to hear if a potentially rabid fox that's been running around their neighborhood has been caught.
6 o'clock, good Friday morning to you. We're glad you're with us here for Good Day, Connecticut, America areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Glad you could join us. Finally, some badly needed rain is coming in.
Yes. I don't know. Joe, is it going to be enough, though?
That's a good question, actually. You know, really, when you get down to it, for a lot of spots, it's probably just really a drop in the bucket. But, you know, as Tim, you said earlier, it's a widespread rain that's kind of, you know, hopefully getting into the ground in spots, so it's not just running off. But southern areas right now, the Fairfield County region.
Guys?
It is 6:04. We are following breaking news out of San Diego, California. Police there say 2 officers were shot last night. One of them has died.
Right now, we don't know the details of what led up to the shooting, but that second officer is still in surgery in the hospital right now. We do know that the suspect is in custody. We're going to keep you posted on any new developments, both on air and online at fox61.com.
Well, happening today, nearly 4 years removed from the tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary, a brand new elementary school has been built and it's ready to welcome students.
Fox 61's Caitlin Gosley is live in Newtown, where a preview of the school is set for later this morning. Caitlin, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, it is likely to be a fairly emotional day here in Newtown and for residents as well. That's the latest here in Newtown. We'll send it back inside to you guys.
Caitlin, thanks. And we're continuing to follow developments in the lawsuit filed by Sandy Hook families against the maker of the AR-15 rifle that was used in that tragedy. Yesterday, both sides reached an agreement on how to handle confidential documents from Remington. That's the parent company of Bushmaster Firearms during the lawsuit. They agreed that any dispute arising over the release of any documents will be decided by a judge. Fox 61 spoke with the attorney for the plaintiffs after yesterday's hearing.
The client's overall goal here is, of course, accountability on Remington and helping protect future people from what they've gone through. It's also to be transparent.
Earlier this week, the East Windsor gun shop Riverview Gun Sales that sold the AR-15 used in the tragedy filed for bankruptcy. And then yesterday, the same judge ordered the case filed against Riverview to be put on hold until bankruptcy proceedings are complete. A Stamford woman taken at gunpoint and forced to take out money from the bank and her home on Tuesday. Here's video here. Police had just released it yesterday. The woman was first approached on West Main Street and she was later forced to withdraw money at her bank. They say the victim was robbed by a team of people, possibly 2 men and 2 women. They were traveling in a dark Dodge minivan with out-of-state plates. If you have any information, call police. Right now, neighbors in Granby are awaiting word on whether authorities have captured a potentially rabid fox that's been attacking neighbors. Police received several reports that a red fox, similar to what you see right there, was involved in a series of aggressive encounters. This is all since Wednesday afternoon. One victim says the fox had a foul odor and attacked without warning. He had to go to the hospital and now has to take rabies shots. Traps have been set up by local animal control and also DEP. For now, though, neighbors are being asked to be on alert until officials can determine if it does, in fact, have rabies.
Donald Trump says, and this is a quote, "I know more about ISIS than the generals do." No, Donald, you don't.
As Hillary Clinton took the stage to formally accept her party's nomination, she certainly didn't skimp on having some choice words for Donald Trump, her GOP opponent. Clinton is now the first woman presidential nominee of a major political party in United States history. And she emphasized her experience and expertise to explain to voters why she says she would be a better choice for the White House than Trump.
Anyone reading the news can see the threats and turbulence we face, from Baghdad to Kabul to Nice and Paris and Brussels, from San Bernardino to Orlando. We're dealing with determined enemies that must be defeated. So it's no wonder that people are anxious and looking for reassurance, looking for steady leadership.
Well, Clinton even thanked this man, her former Democratic opponent, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. She applauded him for his influence in this election.
Bernie, your campaign inspired millions of Americans, particularly the young people who threw their hearts and souls into our primary. You've put economic and social justice issues front and center where they belong. And to all of your supporters here and around the country, I want you to know, I've heard you. Your cause is our cause.
And about a half hour after that speech, Clinton's Twitter account tweeted this with a look to the months ahead. It says, "Let's go win this together." Meanwhile, Donald Trump was also hard at work yesterday. He held a rally in Iowa last night. Trump continues to say that he believes many Bernie Sanders supporters will soon shift his way. His trek through the state was just hours before Clinton's formal acceptance speech in Philly. Well, stay with us here at Fox 61 for the latest developments on the campaign trail. From now all the way until Inauguration Day next year, we'll have everything you need to know on air and online at fox61.com. All right, it's 11 minutes past 6 this Friday. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll tell you how the Zika virus is halting blood donations in 2 Florida counties.
And a pretty crazy chain of events after a mother takes her young child into a bar. We're going to tell you what happened. The FDA has asked blood banks in 2 South Florida counties to stop collecting donations immediately. That's because they've been asked to test all donations for the Zika virus. Now, this decision comes amid an investigation into a possible local Zika outbreak in Miami-Dade and Broward counties. Now, it's not clear right now if local hospitals are going to be impacted by the FDA's request. Miami-Dade and Broward counties have the most confirmed case of Zika patients in this state. Zika has been linked to a serious birth defect that can lead to babies being born with abnormally small heads. A tornado touches down in Dover, Wisconsin, a town of less than 1,000 people. And according to the National Weather Service, the twister touched down in Barron County Wednesday afternoon. The storm knocked down trees and threw debris everywhere. The National Weather Service has yet to confirm the strength of the tornado, and no word yet on if anyone was injured.
In Pittsburgh, an inflatable slide toppled over during a video game festival, and several people were hurt. The slide went down during the Replay FX Arcade and Video Game Festival yesterday. Organizers said the two-story tall slide tipped over, and at least 3 people fell and had minor injuries. So the slide was deflated and then put out of commission.
Fortunately, one of the inflatable slides that we had brought in ended up deflating. We immediately called the company who handles that for us and said, this can never happen again. Please remove this and just clear it off the floor, and we want something that is safer.
And despite yesterday's mishap, organizers said the festival will continue through Sunday. A woman in Iowa was arrested because police said she went to a bar while drunk with her 2-year-old girl. And that, they said, set off a whole chain of just ridiculousness. It's almost hard to believe. Ready? Police said the girl apparently started running loose around the bar, so somebody had to talk to the mother about it. Police said the mom, 25-year-old Mary Jane Carpenter, then became upset and left. But a witness says that while she was trying to leave, Carpenter tripped and landed on her own child. Well, a water bottle with vodka in it was reportedly found in the stroller as well. And it gets worse. Police then arrested Carpenter, but they said she tried to take a swing at the police officers. They said she missed. Guess who she hit instead? They said her young child right in the face. Then, just as a cherry on top of this, they said she escaped her handcuffs while in the police cruiser.
Anytime you have a small child like that in a bar, I think it's not a good thing.
You think?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
That's safe to say.
Yeah, police said she's charged with child endangerment, assault on a police officer, and public intoxication. All charges. Innocent until proven guilty, but oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, is right. All right. Make
All
sure,
right.
hopefully, something good on the roads. All right, Joe, thanks. Coming up next for you, we're going to tell you how a bad haircut for one guy in California got really heated really quickly.
You wake up late for school, man, you don't want to go.
Is that the whole song?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad I listen to talk radio.
You're not
mostly.
loving this one. Yeah. It's 6:25. We're taking a live look out there, checking out a very dreary view.
Yeah.
We're glad you're with us. And we just saw a couple big raindrops there.
Did we? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe just right in front of the camera. Yeah, whatever.
All right, the reason why we're playing that song is because we're talking about haircuts. And apparently we've all been there, right? A haircut doesn't go exactly the way you want, so you just wait for it to grow back. Or if you're me, you just buy a new razor. But it wasn't the case for one guy in California.
No, Adam Crape wasn't happy with the haircut that he got at a hair salon. So he went so far as to say that the haircut was so terrible that he went home and just shaved his head. He went back to ask for a refund, and that's when another customer there, a 70-year-old woman, started arguing with him, and he says she even attacked him.
She gets up in my face and she said, "You're uneducated, you're a tattooed piece of," and then at one point she actually like grabbed my little love handle right here and like squeezed it really hard and tried to push me back with that.
70 years old.
Oh.
Oh, all right, well,
Okay.
Crape says that the salon offered him free haircuts for an entire year, but he says he's never going to go back. I don't know, I'm looking at the haircut.
What's wrong with what
And
he's got
I don't
now?
really see anything too horribly wrong,
Yeah.
but he did say he shaved it, so, I mean, I don't know.
So then is he waiting a while to tell his story? Because it looks like the hair grew in. What was the haircut like before?
I don't know.
So what the journalist in me wants to see, what, like just shave half of it and it was
I mean, he
long on
must
the
have
other
taken a picture.
Yeah, yeah. Where's the proof, man? Picture
I
it
know.
didn't happen.
Maybe just wanted to say that he got a bad haircut. Some people just want to be mad about something.
Why are we focusing on that, not the concept of a 70-year-old lady, you know?
'Cause she's
this is what they
70.
do. Even when they love people that pinch your cheeks,
Right.
she's going after his love handles.
Yeah.
It's
At least
like aggressive.
she went after his love handles and not his cheeks, maybe. I don't know.
Copping a
I mean, you
feel or
can't miss
something.
him.
I don't know.
She's 70.
She's 70.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
Life does not end at 70. All right, coming up in the next half hour here on Good Day Connecticut, Caitlin Gosley is in Newtown for a major unveiling scheduled for today. Caitlin.
Yeah, I'm Caitlin Gosley live in Newtown. Sandy Hook's new elementary school is just ready to open its doors to new students, and we're going to take you through exactly what those who designed the school are saying about it. That's just ahead on Good Day Connecticut.
.30. Good morning. We're taking a live look out there. Not looking the best, but you know what? We need the rain, so bring it on there through our Farmington City cam. Listening to some Santana Smooth.
Yeah, that's because Carlos Santana turns 69 years old today. Given those first lyrics sung by Rob Thomas there,
Yeah.
this would have worked any day of like the past 9
I
days.
know.
7 inches from the midday
Except
sun,
today.
Joe. Eesh.
6:30. Good morning. We're glad you're with us this Friday here for Good Day Connecticut. I'm Eric Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers, alongside Joe Fury, just on the other end of the room right there, about to tell you, I guess it is going to get somewhat warm today.
Yeah. because Joe was saying if the sun comes out at the right time, it could still get up to 90 in Hartford.
That would be
It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, it's just, we were.
So then the heat wave could actually continue. Initially, we were saying it's going to break today.
Yeah, if there's ever a place that has the potential to do it, will be Bradley, and so that's where we keep the official records. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see if it does it. The temperature right now is up there in the mid-70s. So it's a very tropical morning. It's raining out there, guys. Yeah, this is a nice thing to see. That rain's covering the entire state this morning. Varying intensity. Southern Connecticut's getting the most. So basically,
Guys.
Happening today, nearly 4 years removed from the tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary, a brand new school has been built in its place, and it's ready to welcome students.
Fox 61's Caitlin Gosley is live in Newtown, where a preview of the school is set for later this morning. Caitlin? Caitlin, thanks. Well, as part of our HOPE mission, helping organizations promote education, we're continuing our summer program with food share called Summer Meals Madness. Today's event is going to be held at the Bristol Boys and Girls Club. That's on West Street. Everyone under 18 will get a free lunch. Lunch will be served from 12:30 to 1:30, and then basketball is going to be held from 9:30 all the way till 1. Now, this is the last one for this summer. Be sure to check it out if you can.
Okay, 6:37 coming up on Good Day Connecticut. After last night's history-making speech, political analyst Bill Curry is going to join us to talk about what he took away from Hillary's speech and what it means for the upcoming general election.
So be sure to stay with us. You are watching Good Day Connecticut as we take another live look out there. Checking out the view of Hartford. We've got you covered. Weather, traffic, everything you need to know. We'll be back in a moment.
You wanna love to last forever.
Well, as we've been talking about really for days now, another historic night last night for Hillary Clinton as she accepted the Democratic nomination for president. So joining me this morning to talk more about her speech last night, as well as where we go forward into the general election, I'm happy to have on the show political analyst Bill Curry. One thing at a time. Rachel.
Yeah, now's about the time that we start to see some issues popping up, and we certainly are. And with the wet roads, it's not helping things north.
highs in the 80s. And you want to be sure to download our Fox 61 weather app. Zoom in on the interactive radar, watch the video forecast, get the hourly forecast no matter where you are. Set your favorite locations, easily check weather for home and work. The Fox 61 weather app, available free right now for iOS and Android devices, Erica.
All right, Joe, thanks. Coming up next, if you're about to eat breakfast, you may want to hold off for just a couple more minutes. Some unappetizing but interesting news. We're going to tell you how cockroach milk might have more nutrients than the milk that's in your fridge right now.
As if that matters. I don't care. Coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, if you have some money to spend and you don't feel like buying cockroach milk, how about a Powerball ticket? Oh, there's a lot of money at stake. We'll tell you how much.
I don't need your social standing.
It is 6:55. Here's a look at your top stories this Friday morning. History was made last night as Hillary Clinton accepted the Democratic nomination for president. So she is now the first woman to be nominated for president by a major political party in the U.S.
And we're expected to get a look today, a first look at the new Sandy Hook school nearly 4 years after the 2012 tragedy.
Well, people up in Granby have been concerned because there might be a rabid fox in the area that's been aggressive towards people. They're waiting to hear from local officials as to when that fox is going to be caught.
And 2 officers shot in San Diego, California. 1 has died. No word yet on what led up to the shooting, but we're told a suspect is in custody. Well, most of us know we need our daily calcium and protein to stay healthy every day, right?
Yeah.
And you probably get some of that from milk. Well,
Yes.
it turns out there is an unlikely source that could be the nutrition that many of us have been missing.
We're talking about cockroach milk. Scientists say the Pacific beetle cockroach feeds its bug babies a formula, which is remarkably rich in protein, fat, and sugar. So this so-called milk would then be extracted from the insects for human consumption. But researchers from the Fern Bank Museum of Natural History in Atlanta say you shouldn't expect this milk to be hitting shelves anytime soon because it's cockroach milk, and also because any liquid that comes from a cockroach isn't true milk. Oh, as if that's the problem here.
Yeah.
So how does, okay, all right, let's take this a step
I just
further.
gagged a little bit.
how does the cockroach get the milk to the babies? Is it like a bird? Is this cockroach barf?
I don't know. Or is it like a cow or a human?
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Just speculating here, I have to imagine if this was going to happen, they would just smush the bugs to get it out because they're so small to begin with. Are they going to go in a certain place in the bug's body to extract just the milk but not the rest of it? And then how would you extract the milk from the rest of the things that ooze out of? I should just stop.
Long needle, syringe.
I know.
And look,
happen?
I'm gonna at this point, if you're gonna do cockroach milk, maybe you shouldn't just smush the whole thing in there because then you get everything.
I mean, this is a legit story.
Yeah?
I'm just not sure the likelihood that it would ever happen.
I don't see why multivitamins don't just solve this problem and you let the cockroaches go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What? Cheese has a lot of protein.
Yes, cheese
I like
does.
cheese.
And unlike cockroaches, multivitamins don't run away when you turn on the light in the kitchen. So they're easier to catch.
Problem solved.
Yes. A quick reminder before we head to break, we're getting our bats and gloves ready for the annual TV News softball game this weekend. It's happening tomorrow at Millwoods Park in Wethersfield.
That's right. We're going to take on NBC Connecticut at 9. So come on out, watch us as we try and defend our championship title.
Yeah.
We want to keep that big shiny trophy.
Took us a while to get it.
It did.
Gotta keep it
but it
now.
felt so good to win it.
All right, coming up next on Good Day Connecticut at 7, we'll tell you what presidential candidate Donald Trump had to say in response to criticisms that were raised about him during this week's Democratic National Convention.
And we are live in Newtown. Sandy Hook's new elementary school is ready to welcome students. We're going to take you through what those who designed the school are saying about it. That's just ahead on Good Day Connecticut.